Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So this is not a reading, just to let you know, so you can click off if you don't want to hear me venting. So this is just about life adversities. This is about how for me life been lifing and how I'm used to deliver messages. Sometimes those messages I come to realize they resonate with me as well. And I don't read in a way to where I'm reading my own personal situations, you know. But me, my children, and my cats, I got 3 cats, but she always in here. She always, y'all probably even seen her in a few videos. Stop, Angela. And I'm just thinking like, okay, so what are we gonna do? Where are we going to go? I don't have any family. I don't mess with the little family that I do have, which is 3 damn people. And that's crazy. Like literally, no, it's not 3. It's what? 4 people. I don't have any friends. Now let me tell you how I got into this situation though. Or let me tell you. So I've been staying here for 7 years. And I actually manifested this place. Like when I saw this place, I was just like, yeah, I gotta have this place. It's enough space for me and my children. Yeah, so like I used to ride past this house on my way home from work. And when I first applied, I got denied because I didn't meet the income requirements. But then I went back to work and I just worked even more until I'll be able to meet the income requirements. And I got the house. And my intention was to stay here for only 2 years. And as I said, I've been here for 7. I've been here for too long, I feel like. I feel like I've been here for too long. It's been so much that's taken place in this house. And I feel like this house has carried so much energy and like not good energy either. Because like I said, there's been so much going on in this house. So much took place in this house at one point between me and my children's father. And after a while, I just started to feel like I was tired of being here because of so much taking place with me and my children's father. Then I feel like, my neighbors nosy than a motherfucker. And it's just like, I was just ready for a new start and a fresh start. And I've been feeling this way for a while. But then I go back to being comfortable. Like, well, I've been staying here for so long. It's still enough room for us. And at least I know what my rent is going to be because they only upped our rent. Well, I no longer stay here. But my rent was only upped twice. The first time it was about $25 and the second time by $50. People's rents have skyrocketed to where it's double what they used to pay. So that was a blessing, and that was a part of the reason why it made me stay here as well. Like after 2020, is because what if I move somewhere and the rent is, let's say, $875 or $950 or something, and then they just change it up. So I was consistent. I'm not consistent. I was comfortable with where I was. But then again, like I said, every now and then, like that nudge will come to where it's like, yeah, it's time for me to move. I've been here too long. And that nudge happened to me. And this nudge been happening since, like, more and more since, I want to say, like, May, April, probably. Like, yeah, I want to say, like, maybe March. Okay, like, back then. But again, due to being comfortable and knowing like I've been here so long, so I know the neighborhood, I know my area, just comfortability. And I felt that this day was going to come. And I was preparing myself in my head mentally about, how I would move if it was to come to this situation. And now that the situation is here, that is not the case. Because now what led me to this situation is because of struggling to pay my bills. My daughter had my grandson October 17th, and I made it my duty to make sure that I was her support system and that I be there. I slept in the same room as my daughter for a whole week, being by her side, helping her. And then that's when I went off to go work, and even then, because I was doing Lyft, and I'll work a certain amount of hours to check on her to make sure that she's good, because being a mother you need that support, let alone a first time mother, you need that support, and so you don't feel like you alone. I spent so much time at people's jobs. I'm talking about like being there for 17 hours while my children are at home practically raising themselves. But I felt like I was doing a damn thing because I kept a roof over their head, clothes, and they was fed. And whatever else, we might go here and go there. But emotionally, where was I at physically? And that's why I've been working on that. I've been working on being present for my children more. That's a part of the reason why I started doing Uber and Lyft in the first place, is because I got tired of making so many sacrifices when it comes to being away from my children. Now, don't get me wrong, because with doing Uber and Lyft, I still was doing 12 hours a day, but I had a choice. Just like, my daughter giving birth, I had a choice of whether is you going to go to work while your daughter giving birth? Is you going to go to work while she needs you? Or is you going to take that time off like you can because you set your own hours and be a support? And that's what I chose to do. And don't get me wrong, it's been times where I felt like, damn, I need to go to work. Am I supposed to be? But I felt like I could. I felt like I'd be able to get it right back because I always did. But this time was different because I was short on my rent last month. And then, so now we in November. And, oh, damn, that's what happened. So last month, right, I'm going to pay my rent. Looking forward to pay my damn rent. And my phone, I accidentally set my phone in some damn juice. And I use my phone for work. So I had to get a new phone. And I really didn't want to. But if I didn't get a new phone, then what was I gonna do? Because the phone is what makes me money. So I spent that on a new phone. And then not only did I spend because it wasn't all of my rent money, you know what I'm saying? But I spent that part of it on a new phone. And I just felt like shit, since I didn't have the whole rent, I just spent it on gas and stuff like that. So then, my daughter's birthday was in October. My grandson was due in October. My birthday is in October. Now, for my birthday, I don't ever do nothing because it ain't that serious to me. I'm cool. I just chill. So my daughter's birthday was October 11th, and I got her a gift. It wasn't nothing expensive. It was actually probably less than fucking $10. But for my grandson being on the way, I made sure that whatever he did not have, that I got it. So that's what I was spending my extra money on, was that, like, whatever he didn't have, I made sure that he had it. And sitting here realistically just thinking, now that I think about it, it's not even that he didn't really have because he had everything. It was just I wanted to make sure he had enough so he cannot do without. So he won't do without. And I'm not talking about no clothes. I'm talking about formula. Because the type of formula that my grandson drink is from Europe. And with the shortage and all that going on, like I stocked up on what we stocked up because my daughter got some. And, you know, me as a grandparent, I'm going to make sure that my grandchild is good. So, like, I like to meet my daughter halfway. She don't ask me for nothing. I do it because it's the grandma in me. It's the love, really. It's the love in me, you know. So, I was getting that every time I saw it because those, you can barely find those every now and then. So, to make sure that he has enough, I was doing that. And then October 18 came. So pretty much I only worked like the beginning of October, maybe 1.5 weeks of October, because my grandson came in the middle. And I just didn't go to work. I was helping my daughter out. I mean, I put in some hours here and there, but like I told her, like it would be so foul of me to go to work and you in labor. Like, I wanted to be there supporting my daughter. And when he came home, I wanted to be there supporting her as well because it takes a village to raise a child, even just one. It takes a village, you know. And I'm trying my best to break generational curses. Like I told my daughter, just the things that I used to do, I think back, I don't know the life my grandmother lived to a T. But I just be feeling like, am I living the same life that my grandmother lived? You know, like my grandmother had 4 children by the same man. And she worked hard. You know, and here it is, it feel like I'm following in the same, like, footsteps that she was in. And she worked hard, and although she worked hard, when she got older in age, she started to struggle in life because you didn't wear your body out. And that's why I told my daughter she don't have to, well, I told her she's 19, so the decision is up to her. But like I told her, it would be best for her to wait a year. And she want to help me out, especially being that, you know, we're going through what we're going through. But like I told her, like, your body needs to heal. And then not even that, he ain't even 6 weeks yet. But not to say that you can't do that, because I did that with my son, with one of my first son. I went back to work when my son was 2 weeks old because bills needed to be paid. Like I said, I work, barely home, but at least the bills paid, you know. At least we got everything. Cable, the bills paid, y'all able to watch y'all shows and all that. None of that shit matters. What matters is your presence and being there. So I made that sacrifice. And because I made that sacrifice, that's why I'm where I'm at today. But I'm supposed to be here any damn way. Because out of all the days, why my phone had to be spilled in some juice? On the day that I go pay my damn rent, where I had to pick and choose, like, dang, should I pay my rent or should I pay my phone bill? Because the phone bill is what makes me money. And me, I'm a resourceful person, so I'm like, okay, let me see if I can get a government phone. No, you can't. So pretty much, yeah, it will be a better option. It makes sense for me to get this phone. Heck, can I just buy a phone? I don't need, because I don't even call nobody. I haven't had a phone bill in years. I use text now. Because like I said, I ain't got no family. I don't have any friends. It's just really me with my children. And call me on text now. But they don't even let you buy a phone by itself. You have to get it activated. That doesn't make any type of sense to me. So here I am paying a phone bill that I only use for work. When before I was using a phone for work. And I wasn't even paying the bill because that was a government phone. Yeah. So now this month I had to go to court because I was late on my payment. I mean, I didn't pay my rent last month. So I went to court. I literally just went to court on Monday. We worked out an agreement. The agreement was for me to pay on Friday. So Tuesday, I'm out working. I work every day. I work every single day. We already came up with an agreement anyways towards the end of the month when I told her, I didn't let her know my whole situation. I just told her that by the time November come, that's when I'm going to be able to pay October's rent, right? So we came up with an agreement. So when we went to court, we already had it to where, okay, this is the agreement. So the agreement was for me to pay on Friday. Here it is. I go to work every day. The only time I don't go to work is if I'm needed, like how my daughter needed me, if I'm needed. And now that my grandson is almost a month, I started to slowly fall back to where she can get comfortable and be comfortable enough to know that you don't necessarily need me at every beck and call. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I scaled back like maybe 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Because I had to start working again. And I work every day. So Tuesday I go to work and I get hit by a damn car. I'm in a left lane coming down a one way. This man is in the right lane. And he make a left, but he's in the right lane. And this ain't one of them streets where both lanes can make a left, no. And when I tell you, it felt like that shit was done on purpose. And I had a rider in the car. Like I said, I do Lyft. I had a rider in the car. The rider, he was just like, oh no, I can't stick around. And he left. But he said he could be a witness. So I'm upset because I'm thinking about how, damn, now I can't pay this rent money. When I knew for a fact that I was going to be able to pay. Because I know how much I can make in a day when I'm working the full 12. So yeah. So that wasn't the case. So now I'm without a car. It's one thing if you homeless with a damn car, but to be without a car, with nowhere to go, no money, what the hell you gonna do? The only money I have is enough for some damn gas with a car that I don't have. Shit, what the fuck? Then the concern of what I'm gonna do with my cats, because I don't want to give them up. It's gonna hurt me to give them up. They have so much things, they got a lot of toys, they have a lot of food. They got so much stuff. And the crazy thing about it is that, well, it's not crazy at all. Like I said, I felt this coming. It's like it felt like every time it came, well, since last month, it seemed like every time it came to me paying my rent, something happened. Even if it came down to me being like, okay, I'm going to put this little bit I do have on rent, something ended up happening. To where it's like now I feel like I have been pushed and forced to move because I was keeping myself stuck. Like I said, I've been here way too long. Way too long. It's scary because I don't know where I'm going to go. What's going, I just don't know. I don't know. But like I said, I chose to make this video. Just being transparent. No, I ain't nobody business, but hell, I ain't got nobody to talk to. I could answer the calls of the people that have been calling me lately that I ain't spoke to in a while, but what the hell are you calling me for? I'd rather vent and put it out there for people that may relate to what I'm going through and that it can help, instead of being on the phone talking to people that probably low key is glad that you're going through, what you're going through. So that was the point of me making this video, is just because it's somebody out there that can relate, and it's scary as hell, especially when you don't have any type of support. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Don't nobody want to be put out their house anyways, right? But it's different when you know that you can go to your sister's house or anybody's house for that matter, And like I told my children, like, I know I can probably call their grandma. They haven't seen her in a while on their dad's side. I'm going to keep my kids with me. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know. But I'm trusting the process. I can fold and give in and go back to old ways of coping and shit. Like, I'm thankful and grateful I don't drink, because I tell you, baby, if I still was drinking, I most definitely, this would be a fucking reason to be drinking right now. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful for that. I really am. And, and I'm keeping my children with me. People think that it's best to send your children to be with someone else. It's best to keep your kids with you. Like I said before, I don't trust nobody with mine. No matter who you are. Because I done that before. I done that with my oldest. Like, I'm going to get, and the whole time, that's a whole nother story for a different day. I'm keeping my children with me because they're going to remember going through the things they went through this struggle with me, and how I persevered through it. This video is for the purpose of seeing someone go through the storm. I can't even fucking talk. Seeing someone go through the storm while the storm is still brewing. Because when I tell you, life been beating my ass, but I show up every motherfucking day. Every day. I show up every day. Even when I don't feel like it. Lately, I ain't been able to get no sleep because, of course, it's scary, and just thinking of what if and what if, but me not getting no sleep ain't gonna change nothing, right? So it's best to be rested up, at least, so I can be prepared. And everything happened for a reason, like I tell my children. Even in the midst of the storm, when you cannot see it, and you start adding things up and be like, oh, that's why. Matter of fact, that's why I called every year. I apply for energy assistance to help me with my bills, right? Well, not my bills, but my re-energies. Because why not? I'm paying these damn bills by myself where I was. And they call every time. This year they did not call. Well, of course you gotta fill out the application, but they did not call me last Friday. And I'm thinking like, what? I'm going to call them. I didn't even get around to calling them. And now it makes sense to why everything has not been working out. I tried to get a loan to pay my rent. I couldn't even get the loan. I even messaged my property manager. And I told her, like, from what it's looking like, because I got into an accident. From what it's looking like, I'm not going to be able to pay the rent on Friday. Now, I plan on going to see if I can donate, and if me putting $100 towards it make any difference, And she just straight up told me, like, if I'm putting $100 towards it, then that's not going to really do much. So it'd be best if I just move, and she gave me time. So me, my children, and my cats have to be out of here by Sunday. Now my goal and my plan is to get a car and to be in a motel. How I'm going to do that, I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I'm just keeping the faith. I put a lot of my things on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna be real and honest here. That's very tiresome. Being on a time crunch, trying to hurry up and post this, post that, post this, and get back to every single person. You know, people will hop on shit quick when you got it for free. You know, when you have something on there for even fucking $20, they talking you down. But I'm at a point, I don't want to say I'm desperate, but I'm at a point to where, hell, even $3 adding up to something. You know what I mean? And I'm just keeping the faith. Like I said, this is the money that I made from Facebook Marketplace, and $7 other that's in my wallet. And I've been selling things at a lower price than what I should, just because I know it's gonna go fast. And then it's like I want to take all of my spiritual items, but I feel like that might be impossible. Like I said, I don't got nobody. Yeah, it's not like somebody can come and move my stuff. I don't have that. So it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. Even though I'm not going to be here when it happens, but it's embarrassing that all my shit is going to be put outside. That's embarrassing. I have never experienced that. Yeah. But, you know, the plan, like I told my children, because we can't take everything. I don't even have a vehicle. You know, even if I had a vehicle, I'd be able to take more. You know, like now I had to tell my children you can only pack 7 pairs of pants, 7 shirts. You know, when it comes to all your underwear and all your, you know, you can pack all of that. But you can only pack 7 pairs of pants and 7 shirts. For now. Because things have to be compacted. The only one that is leaving here with the only one that is leaving here with everything is the baby. Because he needs all his things. But when it comes to us, you know, like I told them, we will be okay with 7 outfits. Hell, 7 days in a week. We will have to rotate it, and you know, and just that'll be fine. And then eventually, you know, once we get settled in, then we can add to that. It ain't no taking all your shoes. You can only take 1 pair of shoes and boots. And I just got my children some ready for the winter. So they got their snow boots, hats, scarf, coats. You know, I just got to get them some gloves. So yeah, I don't know where this is leading me to, man. It's scary as shit. It is. It's scary. Don't know how this is going to play out. But like I said, I'm doing everything. Everything. Even posting shit on Facebook Marketplace. You know, but I'm like pretty much exhausting all my options. I call shelters too. You gotta call those every day. I don't want to be at no shelter for my own reasons, because the type of life that I live is different when it comes to the way I eat and everything, you know. But I am a firm believer in doing what the hell you gotta do, as long as it's not anything that is harmful to anybody else or that's going against the law, because ain't no way I'm about to be in jail. But yeah, so if you are experiencing the same thing, know that it gets better even when you don't see it. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. The next one gonna be a reading.